Sergeant Marcus Webb had been running Titan Salvage for 3 years, ever since the Hegemony War ended and left him with a bum leg and a discharge medal he'd never bothered to frame. The orbital scrapyard circling Jupiter's moon specialized in derelict spacecraft, mostly civilian transports and the occasional military frigate that insurance companies wrote off as total losses. It was honest work, if lonely. Webb spent his days cutting apart hulks with plasma torches, sorting useful components from worthless debris, and trying not to think about the friends who hadn't made it home from the outer rim. The signal started 3 days ago. At first, Webb dismissed it as interference from Jupiter's magnetic field. The scrapyard's sensors picked up strange electromagnetic pulses emanating from Sector 7, where he'd stacked the most recent arrivals, a dozen ships salvaged from the Battle of Procyon. But the pulses were too regular, too structured to be natural phenomena. Computer, isolate and analyze the signal from Sector 7, Webb commanded, floating through the zero-gravity workshop in his pressure suit. Signal appears to be of artificial origin. The AI responded in its maddeningly calm voice. Pattern suggests encrypted military communication protocol. Origin point. Derelict vessel designated PX 4471. Webb frowned. PX 4471 was a Hegemony heavy cruiser that had taken a direct hit from a fusion torpedo during the war's final battle. He'd personally overseen its delivery to the scrapyard, noting the massive breach in its engine section that had killed everyone aboard. Dead ships didn't send signals. The cruiser hung in space like a metallic whale, its hull scarred by weapon impacts and radiation burns. Webb maneuvered his work pod alongside the breach, directing his cutting torch's beam into the darkened interior. What he found shouldn't have been possible. The ship's entire engine compartment had been replaced, where human fusion reactors should have been. Inconsistent with known physical laws. Recommend extreme caution. Webb had spent 15 years in the Colonial Marines before his discharge. He'd seen plasma weapons that could melt through battleship armor, gravity bombs that turned planets inside out, and AI systems that could calculate hyperspace jumps across the galaxy. He'd never seen anything that made his scanners claim it didn't exist. The signal pulsed again, stronger this time, and Webb realized it wasn't random electromagnetic noise. It was a heartbeat. As he watched, the crystalline structures began to glow brighter, and the impossible sphere started to rotate. The entire alien engine system was waking up, powered by forces that human science couldn't even detect, let alone understand. Webb activated his emergency beacon and began backing his work pod away from the cruiser. Whatever the Hegemony had found and tried to integrate into their ships, it wasn't dead technology. It was dormant technology, and something had just triggered its activation sequence. "This is Titan Salvage to Terra Command," he transmitted, his voice steady despite the growing dread in his chest. "I need an immediate military response team. Priority Alpha. Copy that, Titan Salvage. What's your emergency?" Webb watched the alien engine systems pulse with increasing intensity and felt the familiar weight of destiny settling on his shoulders. 3 years of quiet salvage work were about to end very abruptly. "Terra Command, I've got a dead Hegemony cruiser that just came back to life with technology that shouldn't exist. And I think it's trying to phone home." The signal pulsed once more, so powerfully that it overloaded every sensor in the scrapyard. Somewhere in the depths of space, something ancient had just received a very clear message. The humans had found them.